is going on? Welcome to episode 103 of the Nintendo Powercast. I'm your host, N64 Josh. Player 2 on this one is none other than Lily Zaldivar. How are you?
Pretty great. Hi, guys. I goofed it, but hi. I'm very excited to be here.
Hey, take two. And you are one of the hosts of the Nintendo Entertainment Show, a new Nintendo podcast with Super Nintendad.
Yep. We record every Saturday, and it comes out every Sunday. This week was an exception, though, because I was at E3.
Hey, all right. And we are going to talk a lot about that. But before we do, the music you just heard was from On Being Human. You can check them out on Spotify and YouTube.
It's
Remember,
metal AF.
Yeah, it is definitely metal. This is an unofficial Nintendo podcast. If you're looking for the Nintendo Power Podcast, you just got to type podcast at the end of that little search bar there, and you'll find it. audibletrial.com/NPC is where you can find a free audiobook of your choice, and you help support this show. Check out something like Ready Player One or Console Wars. All books I recommend, really good. audibletrial.com/NPC. Guys, the chair I'm sitting in is from OP Seat, and they're canceling my coupon code. Actually, they're canceling everybody's, so I don't know when.
Oh,
so if you want to take advantage of it,
who do we talk to about that?
I don't know. OP Seat, I guess. I just got the email today. I think apparently some bots got a hold of the coupons and were just spamming them.
No.
Yeah,
that's
no good.
OPC's fault, not yours.
I guess. So anyway, the new place to go so that you can get to, it's still my affiliate link. You just got to go to n64josh.com/OPSeat, and then you can shop. And then if you end up purchasing something, it helps support the show. But the coupon code is still there, and everything's still on sale. So you can save up to $60 on a chair, but I don't know for how much longer. I will let you know as soon as I know. But yeah. opseat.com. Excellent gaming chairs. I do want to say this. I had somebody reach out to me, and they're like, hey, I know they're your sponsor, so you're going to say they're awesome. Let me clarify something. I will never, ever try to sell anything or be sponsored by something that I don't use and believe in 100%. So this isn't just like, oh hey, they were a random sponsor. Like, I sat in this chair for over a month before I even started talking about them. So they're really good. I highly recommend them, not just because they're a sponsor, but because they're quality. So OP Seat, check them out. n64josh.com/OPSeat is where you got to go. Okay, let's get to some announcements.
Yay!
Listen!
All right. This show happens live, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, twitch.tv/N64Josh. I want to say welcome to everybody. Yickum, Mr. Cool, Red Luigi, Pudding, Kirby Geek, Iron Minotaur, Shell Shock. I'm missing somebody. Sniper, Music Man Todd, Ken's. Guys, thank you, everybody, for being here. So glad you're here. I see someone named Scum Death. It might be a new one. I've never seen that name before, but welcome. And yeah, welcome, guys. We're glad you're here. Thank you so much. Nate the Anarchist, what's up, buddy? Thank you guys for being here. I'm still working on my book. Here's what happens, guys. Every time I think I get really close to finishing it, another idea for another chapter pops in my brain, and then I want to keep going. So it's just getting bigger and bigger, which is good. So
You're writing a book?
I'm writing a book called Another Castle.
What's it about?
So it's called Another Castle, and it's basically, it's a look at kind of using Super Mario Brothers as a way to illustrate life. And so to give you an example, in life, oftentimes we set goals. Princess Peach was the goal in that game, to rescue her. And you get to your first castle, you beat it, you're like, oh, here's the princess. Oh, thank you, Mario, but your princess is in another castle. Sometimes the goals, we can still reach our goals, but sometimes there's bumps in the road, and there's those another castle moments. So that's kind of what this book is about, looking at life, entrepreneurship, mental health, even so.
You know what this book reminds me of?
What?
The Life and Trials of Waluigi. How many minutes are we in? Because that was got it. Yeah,
I
actually really like the idea of the book.
That poor guy. That poor guy.
Poor guy.
So, all right, guys, I'm giving away a $20 Amazon card. It is pinned to my Twitter at N64Josh. You can check it out. Remember, I host the Smash Bros. Cast. It's on iTunes, Google Play. We do it live on Fridays at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Gamers in Carts getting interviewed happening Monday nights at 6. This coming week is Cam Autobot. He is one of the community members. This is a way for me to get to know you guys in the community. And if you want to check out any of the interviews, they are on my YouTube channel. We've done 2 episodes so far. Saturday morning Splatoons is going strong. This weekend it didn't work out because my internet died, and I had to have techs come out on Monday to get everything working again. So that's why we missed it this week. We got Splatfest this weekend and Mario Tennis Aces. I don't even know what we're going to do. So much stuff.
Are you okay? Hold on, N64 Josh. I have a question for you. Are you pulp or no pulp? This is a tough question. Don't you dare. I will exit. I will exit out.
To chew my juice.
Oh, okay. So you're pulp.
Yeah.
Me too.
Oh,
good.
All right. Okay.
All
good.
right,
The show can go on. That's good because we're only we're 9 minutes in. So
Perfect.
okay. Excellent. Glad that dodged a bullet there. Lastly, guys, First Look Fridays happening every Friday morning, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. This week, I'm not quite sure what we're looking at yet. Possibly Ink. I emailed them today, so maybe we'll check that out. Otherwise, I'll dig into the backlog. We got lots of games we can look at, but First Look Fridays, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time every Friday. Okay, let's get to some reviews and impressions. So, you were at E3 all week.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get a chance to play any of the Switch games that released or the Splatoon expansion while you were...
Yeah, I played Octo expansion, immediately downloaded it on Thursday, and then finished it on Monday.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I might be obsessed.
Hey, no, that's cool. That's cool. I'm about 2 hours in and loving every minute of it, but I hit that part where you've got to defend the orb against all those...
Oh, yeah.
And I finally ran out of cash. So,
oh no, I hit my rage mode during... There's one part, I think you might have gotten it. It's the part where you have limited amount of ink, and you have to go through the whole trial with this much amount of ink.
Yeah.
I did it 20 times, and at that point I just raged so hard. I just I just clicked the X button. I was like, I'll come back to it later. I have to finish this game.
Right.
But I was so salty. It is a hard expansion. They weren't messing around when they made it.
No, it's very challenging, and I'll be honest, I love that about it. I saw the game over screen, and you don't see game over screens often in modern games at all. So I was like, hey, I like that. That means I gotta work at this, So, overall though, you were digging it. Did you like the new characters and the story, that kind of stuff?
I personally highly recommend this game for anybody who wants to learn more about the Splatoon lore, because it's immensely mind-boggling when you finish it. What you learn. I recommend it for anybody who wants that. I also really recommend it if you want more of a challenge past multiplayer. This really does challenge you as a Splatoon person.
Yeah, for sure. I highly recommend it as well, and hopefully I can actually finish it up. Who knows? Maybe we'll look at that on First Look Friday. So the other 2 games that I got to try that we looked at last Friday was Hollow Knight and Fortnite. Did you get to play either of those on the Switch?
I played Fortnite on the Switch at E3, but I only got to play it for a little bit. Hollow Knight I didn't get to play. I'm really excited. I played it on the PC.
Okay.
Via Tom Marks' suggestion. I haven't played it yet, but I'm hoping to download it this weekend because when I travel down to LA.
I see. Yeah, so far I am loving Hollow Knight. I'm not going to give it a review quite yet. No Power Glove review because I got to get a little further through it. Fortnite, of course, is free. It's Fortnite. It's fun. There's people that are crazy good. There's people that are crazy bad, and you just gotta find your way. So.
Me, I'm bad. I'm bad at it.
I have 2 teenage boys that couldn't be any better at it, so I just kind of ride in their backpacks. So it's
they carry you to victory.
Yeah, it's although we had a really good my younger son and I, we won a duos match and he had 7 kills, I had 6 kills, so I did contribute. So it was good. I wasn't a complete
That's better than me. Jeez.
I wasn't like C3PO in the back of Chewbacca facing the wrong way. Oh, I see a cat. I see a cat.
It's gonna
So,
happen. You're either gonna see Cheryl or you're gonna see Reynolds, one
hey,
or the other.
perfect. They're more than welcome. They are more than welcome. So, okay. Well, there's the reviews and impressions. So let's get to the news. All right. Well, couple, got a little bit of a slow news week. Nothing, a few little things here and there. The meat and potatoes this episode is going to be talking to Lily about E3. So, and getting to know a little bit of your history, but we're going to get into the news first here. So, Labo support. Remember Labo?
Yep.
Yeah, I've kind of forgotten, other than the giant piano and the house that are I'm trying to figure out where to store in my office. Labo support will continue. Nintendo wants to reach a non-gaming audience. I grabbed an article from Nintendo Life. The link is in the show notes. Here's a quote from Reggie. Labo is a type of game, much like Brain Age for the Nintendo DS, much like Wii Fit. It's a game that is going to sell for a very long time at a very steady pace, which is a different curve than a traditional video game. And so from that standpoint, our focus is on how we can continue to support it, how we continue to help consumers understand the proposition. There's a lot of activity happening with Labo around the summer, especially as kids are out of school. We think it's a prime opportunity. Labo is off to a strong start, and in our view, is going to continue to get a lot of support. What do you think about that?
I don't disagree with him honestly because they put a lot of time and effort into this, and just from seeing how people have used the piano in so many different ways to create music, I can't imagine like all the other things that can come out of this. So I honestly love it. I think it's perfect for students, especially for the STEM program. So I'm excited to see what Reggie and like what Nintendo's coming up with. Not only that, but they can't quit on this. You know, they just came out with it.
Mm-hmm.
They can't like just say, "Well, it didn't work. Guess we have to quit on it." That's not the Nintendo way. They kind of try to sell it more, and then maybe like within a year, if it doesn't work out, it'll quit. They'll quit on it.
Yeah, like remember Wii Music, rest in peace. And,
Oh my god! I still remember the E3 when that came out.
as hard as we try to
Let us
forget.
not forget.
Yeah, as much as we want to forget, we cannot. Yeah, here's the thing. I always go anytime I'm in a Best Buy or Target, whatever. I'll check and see. The Labo doesn't ever seem to move. It always seems to be the same. The inventory doesn't seem to change. Now, obviously, I'm not there all the time. It could be getting swapped in and out, but I don't see it selling all that much. And the other thing is I don't hear a lot of people talking about it much. Like it just it was here and it went, and kind of waiting to see what the next step is from Nintendo. It sounds like they're going to definitely be supporting it. We know there's a camera coming out. We know there's some other things. Did you end up picking any of it up and putting any of it together?
I actually the only time that I ever touched it or played with it was when I was helping Philip with the Labo review. I never actually bought it because I spent that money on a different thing. I don't remember what it was. It was probably a different video game. I really want to pick it up still for the piano, but after building it, it took so long, and I don't think I have the time for that. And that's what caused me like a little bit of an issue because it's so tedious and so like annoying to build it, and it takes like 3 hours long. By the time you're done with it, you don't really want to play with it. Now, do you? I didn't want to.
Yeah, once it was completed, we played with it for a little bit, but honestly the most fun was putting it together. Like even the other day my daughter was like, hey, she's 10, she's like, I just feel like doing Legos or putting something together. I'm like, do you want to put it like the fishing pole together from Labo? I just want to put Legos together. That's what she told me. So
I think it's also the fact that it's cardboard. It's like you have to be so delicate with it. You have to be so you can't be as rough with it like with Legos. You have this freedom that if it is destroyed, it's okay, you can rebuild it. With Labo, if it's destroyed, you have to pay like what, $20 something but your life for cardboard. Like that's not it. No, no, no. Like no thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm excited to see more. I know that if the items are what my kids want to see, they're gonna want to put it together. My son put the piano together by himself. We had to do like we had some kind of family event. He's like, I'm just gonna stay home. I'm like, whatever. And he had the whole thing put together by the time we got home, and we played on it for a little bit, and then that was kind of it. It's been in my office ever since.
I think if you are musically inclined, or if you're interested in like engineering or just really modding something to be your own, this is Labo is perfect for you, because they really give you the freedom to make, pianos play a certain way or do something. I mean, look at the Jimmy Fallon thing, right? With
Yeah, exactly.
Ariana Grande, they like made a bunch of this stuff, they modded it. Obviously, Nintendo probably helped them out. Maybe, I
Hmm.
don't know. But that was a thing. Like they made all of this stuff with it. So who knows what Nintendo has in the future? Maybe we can play, like I saw a lot of people mentioning Guitar Hero. Maybe we can have like a Guitar Hero type game, but with cardboard. Who knows? Like that'd be awesome.
Right, and they're very clear. Like Van is saying in the chat, it's not sure it's for the core gamer, and they're very clear. We are trying to reach a non-gaming audience here, and so it does. I mean, it opens up the doors for so many different possibilities, and that Fallon thing was brilliant marketing. Like putting
Oh
like
yeah,
such
one
brilliant. I mean,
hundred
that was an
percent.
instant viral video, So um, so anyway, Labo's here to stay, guys. Labo is here to stay. Smash Bros. GameCube controllers are now available to pre-order on Amazon. Are you picking one of these things up?
Oh, 110%. I'm picking up four of them. They're going to be here, and that is how I'm going to play the game. I played the game on a pro controller this past week, and I was like, no, no, no. This is not the same. This is
Okay.
not the same at all. Give me a GameCube. GameCube controller, 100%.
Interesting. That's interesting to hear because I was looking at the Pro controller recently going, the C stick is closer to the buttons. I mean, not the C stick, but you know what I'm saying. And so I'm like, would this be a better, more viable option? But after you played with the Pro controller, you're still sticking with GameCube.
I'm still sticking with it. I think it's because I'm so used to like where the AB button is, like the X and Y. Like I'm so used to the um the location of all the
Mm-hmm.
buttons that that's the way I prefer to play it. Like even like even I'll go back to Melee and that's the only way I'll play. Well, obviously that's the only way you can play. But like I just really wanted like I what was it? Smash Bros Brawl when Philip and I played, I picked up like a fake, what's it called? Like a GameCube controller,
Yeah.
because I just wanted one. As it's impossible for me to play that game without one. It's tradition
Yeah.
at this point.
There you go. There you go. And I mean, it's the same like playing Smash on uh, the 3DS, and that getting used to that control scheme is even a little bit tricky once you've played with the GameCube controller. It just feels like Smash when it's with the GameCube controller. I think that's just the way it is. So
It's the way it should be.
that's right. That's right. So, if you want to pick those up, if it's anything like it was with the Wii U, like the adapter was super hard to find. So, pre-order soon, pre-order quickly, and there you go. So, more from Nintendo. This is more from Reggie actually. Nintendo's happy that Sony and Microsoft pay less attention to the younger audience. And I have a quote from Reggie here. It says, "We are happy that they don't. It's been in, an incredibly important market because the kid who's 5 or 6 today is going to be 12 or 13, and not all that many years later, 18 or 19. And when you have an affinity for Pokemon or the Legend of Zelda series or Mario Kart or Super Mario Bros., that affinity carries with you." And I mean, I wrote an article about this today on n64josh.com. It is so very true. I mean, I've been a Nintendo fan for over 30 years now, and there were some rough points, right? But It's very true. I've loved showing my kids Nintendo games and Mario games, and Smash, Mario Kart, that kind of stuff, and now I get to do it with my nieces and nephews, and it's super cool. Um, what do you think about this?
I completely agree with Reggie, honestly, because when I was a teenager, I brought in Smash. Was it? I brought in Super Smash to like my younger cousins, and now they're like looking into Super Smash Bros. Ultimate,
Hmm.
and like Mario Kart that like carries on for years and years to come. Like I can play Double Dash with somebody, and they'll be like, "Oh, this is so different than Mario Kart 8. Why don't we have this?" And it's like these games just like carry on with you as you're younger. And maybe like with Pokemon Go, right, they're doing like Let's Go Pokemon or Let's Go Pikachu because they want to bring in those younger audiences who've been
Yep.
only using their mobile phones. It's genius because they'll be like, oh, this is a console version of the game, let's play that. And then that will go into the RPG, and then that will go into, years later you'll have another Pokemon Rainbow Fire Ultimate whatever. and um and it will just keep going. Like you'll introduce it to you've introduced it to your kids, I'll introduce it to my kids, and it's like brilliant on Nintendo's part. Sony has, do they even have a game that you can do that with?
Well, they
No.
did. Like Little Big Planet was an attempt at that,
Yeah.
and like Crash and Spyro and that kind of stuff. But I just don't think they ever really quite captured the same magic that Nintendo has been able to.
Yeah, like maybe Crash, maybe Spyro. That'll bring back like the older generation to introduce it to the younger generation. But there really isn't much. Like you can bring back Banjo Kazooie, that'd be awesome.
Right.
But even then there's like so much pushback. You want like the multiplayer, you want the battle royales now. And Nintendo's not really looking at that, which I think is a brilliant move on their part.
They kind of always just dance to the beat of their own drum, right? So you mentioned Double Dash real quick. When
Yeah.
someone asks why we don't have this, do you say blame Fran?
No, I never do actually. I try to make sure that he doesn't remember his mistake.
Every time we raid him on Twitch, I always tell everybody to do a 7.9 raid.
Who gives that game a 7.9? Okay. Honestly, I can go on a rampage about it. Like that is a brilliant like game. It is awesome, and Fran can fight me on it, but that 7.9 is no, no, no. I refuse.
When I met him at the Destiny 2 reveal, I was like, "Hey, Fran," and he turns around, and I said, "7.9," and he's like, "You're not going to shank me, are you?"
Lives with
So,
that fear in his mind.
no, he's a super cool guy. We had a really good conversation, but I love to razz him about it. I think it's great. So, okay, well, we are going to step away from the news. The news is done. We're gonna get to know you a little bit. Let's
Oh yeah.
hear about your history with Nintendo. Where did it all start? Which system?
My step grandfather gave me an SNES when I was 6, and it came with Super Mario World, and that made me. I didn't really understand video games when I was little. I just loved it. Oh,
The
okay,
cat's going
sorry.
crazy. No worries.
But I loved it from then on, and I like introduced it to my cousins. I wanted like all the video games ever since then. To be quite honest, though, as a 6-year-old, I didn't really know what Mario was. I didn't really, because my parents, they're immigrants. They don't really know either. So I didn't buy all of the like. I didn't buy Metroid. I didn't buy all these games that are so iconic. Um, but I did buy like Animaniacs. I bought Tasmanian Devil because that's what I saw on TV. So from the SNES, I got a Game Boy, and it was Pokemon Red and Tarzan. I dived into Pokemon Red, loved it. And since then, I kept buying like Pokemon Crystal, Pokemon Gold, all this stuff. Like, I loved Pokemon. And then finally, I realized, oh, so that's what Mario was. Mario's actually iconic. Oh my gosh. And then I got a GameCube, and then I played like Double Dash. I played Harvest Moon. I played all these games. And to be quite honest with you, my love for Nintendo grew a lot more when I worked at IGN because I realized how much I love those games as a kid, how much I love those games now. Like, I own an Xbox One X, but ask me to turn it on. The only reason I'll turn it on right now is for Cuphead.
Mm-hmm.
I won't really turn it on for any other game at the moment. But then if you tell me, hey, let's play like Switch, do you want to play Mario Party? Do you want to play blah blah blah? Yeah, 110%. Load it up. Let's play. So my love for Nintendo has been uh beneath the surface for a long time. It's just been more accentuated now because I feel like I can be more eloquent about how I like them. So yeah, that's why. Yeah, that's why I like it.
I gotcha. I gotcha. So I'm guessing that Pokemon. I always say Pokemon just to trigger everybody. Um, was that probably your favorite series then?
As a kid, yeah, for sure. Now if you ask me, it's Mario Party.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
really love small party games. I love like Rhythm Heaven, WarioWare, like anything with different types of mini games in them. I love it. They're just bread and butter to me.
Which is your favorite one? Which Mario Party?
Mario Party 1.
Oh, the
And the
first.
reason why is because I have a great story about in high school, my friends and I played it and we'd buy pizza and we would game for till we could like just fall asleep on the couch. And one day we got to the Bowser level and all of us like stopped playing and we're like, "Oh, wait, what day can you play? What day can you play?" And we didn't play until we all were able to play together and then we ordered pizza and just played that level together. And you can't take that memory away from me.
Oh, that's super cool. That is super cool. Did you get the blister in the palm of your hand and have to get the glove?
No, I never got the glove. Glove is for amateurs.
So did you use the palm of your hand or was it all thumb
Yeah,
skill?
I used the palm of my hand, and not gonna lie, I played Mario Party maybe like 2 weeks ago, and we did that like the tug of war, and we also did the shy guy fly thing or fly guy. And the next day I woke up and my palm of my hand was hurting so bad, and I was like, oh, welcome back, my old friend. I remember you.
Oh, I love that. I absolutely love it. So, where did it go from the Game Boy? Did you play like the 64? Obviously the 64, but then did you go to the GameCube?
Yeah, well actually here's another tidbit about me. I never owned an N64.
Oh,
I didn't own one because my mom, who used to babysit some like family friends, they owned one. So I would just play with their younger son.
okay.
So I never really got to play it. Like my cousin owned one, and I played Conker's Bad Fur Day as a 9-year-old. The totally shaped the way that I am, as you can all tell from the intro that I totally goofed on. But I never actually owned one, so it went from Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Advance SP, GameCube, then the Wii, and then the Wii U. And I still own the Wii U.
Okay.
So it's gone. That's my level of traction on that.
So, GameCube. Any particular games that stand out on that system for you?
Melee, Mario Kart Double Dash. I'm trying to think of any other ones that Mario parties. I think it's 5, 6, and 7.
4 and 5. I know for sure four.
Yeah, but I loved. I think 6 might be on it,
I think so.
and one of those is like you can play on an island, and it was so fun to play in college.
Oh, okay. How
So
about
fun.
Animal Crossing?
I only played it once.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was a game that I never got into until I got a Wii.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
Yeah.
let's talk the Wii then. What were some standout titles for you on that system?
Mario Party 8, 110%. That game is amazing.
Okay.
I can play that game till death do us part. I Mario Kart for sure. I can't think of any other games. I'm sorry, besides Mario Party, because to this day, if someone tells me, "Hey, do you want to play a game?" I'll be like, "Mario Party? Do you want to play Mario Party?"
Okay.
And yes, I was very excited about the surprise Super Mario Party that's coming out. I screamed. I definitely screamed. I was like, "No, what?
Oh, I
It's
love it.
happening! It's happening!"
Well, what about Galaxy? Mario Galaxy. Did you play
Oh,
that?
that's right. Super Mario Galaxy was on there.
Yeah.
I did like that one a lot. I thought it was really innovative. I really love the character Rosalina. Um, and I also love the fact that once you beat the game, you can also play as Luigi. I thought that was awesome.
Okay.
Luigi deserves more love. Oh, speaking of which, Luigi's Mansion. Sorry, I once you
No?
get me on this, I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like you could like tell my brain is like on a just fast train to like, oh, do you remember this game?
Yeah.
But Luigi's Mansion. I'm very happy about that game coming back to the Nintendo 3DS. I think a lot of people deserve to play that game
It's like
because
an
of the
it's like an
Switch.
hour long game for $40. It's gonna be great, you know? Like
Hey, there's also a Dark Moon. You can also play Dark Moon.
there you go. There you go.
I
Which
think that
is
one's like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours.
I
I don't know.
I think I'm gonna be on my. I always play, I always play Dark Moon on vacation, and
Yeah.
so I think this is gonna be the third vacation. I still haven't completed it, but the only time I play it is on vacation. So maybe this will be the trip. We'll see. Maybe this
Maybe.
will be.
Let me know. Give me your thoughts on that.
Kirby Geeks saying it's not an hour long game. Sorry, hour and a half. Sorry. Okay, now Wii U, everybody's favorite console. What'd you love on it?
Splatoon.
Splatoon.
Ended discussion on Splatoon. The reason why I bought it was honestly for Splatoon. Um, I think my boyfriend at the time bought it for Super Smash for Wii U. But I just love the fact that Splatoon was on it. I thought it was such a fun multiplayer game. I always played like Call of Duty and Halo. So Splatoon was like a fun cartoonish way of playing games like that. Uh, but I love Splatoon. I love Super Mario Galaxy 2 is on the Wii U, is it? Or is
No,
it on the
Wii
Wii?
3D
Okay.
World and New Super Mario Bros.
I
U.
remember 3D World. I used to get annoyed at that one because I didn't really find it as entertaining as like Super Mario Galaxy or Super Mario 64.
Hmm.
Um but I did still play it. I remember I still own it. I think I still have it somewhere in my room, like a bunch of other games and a bunch of Nintendo DS, 3DS games. I have a
No.
lot of those. I have a problem.
Oh, I have to backtrack. Kirby Geek said not an hour long game for me, at least, because I don't ever
Ooh.
play anything that was shade she was throwing. So I need to make sure that we got that that I read that correctly. So Van is asking if Devil's Third was one of your favorites on the Wii U.
Actually, I never. Oh, Bayonetta was one of them, but I never actually played Devil's Third. To be quite honest with you, there's a lot of games that I feel like I missed because I was not educated enough in like games that were coming out, and I've been like hitting home with the fact that like I need to play Castlevania, I need to play all these games because to be a Nintendo fan, you got to be a part of those genres. So I'll write down Devil's Third and I'll like try to find it so I can play it.
There you go.
I,
It's not too hard to find. They did re-release it. It was really expensive for a while there.
I'll hunt it down.
Yeah, do it. I should stream it one day. I don't know.
Oh, Van says don't do it.
Yeah.
Okay, well I won't. But if you have any games to suggest, please let me know, everybody. Because if it's a horror game, especially, I love horror games, 100%. I love horror movies. They're great.
Fatal Frame on the Wii U.
Did I
It's
ever play that game? It sounds so familiar.
it's I believe it's two Japanese girls and all they're armed with is a camera and you have
Oh
to
yeah, I've played this game.
yeah, it was like on PlayStation
Yeah.
2 and stuff and maybe on
Yeah.
PS3, I don't know. But but there is a I don't know if you have to import it or not, but there's digital version of Fatal Frame on the Wii U. So,
I played Zombie U. I know that one.
oh yeah, that's the chat's
That one
asking
was
right now. So,
Oh,
yeah.
Zombie U. Yeah, that one was fun. It came with my Wii U,
Hey, same
uh,
here.
and it was. I think it comes with all of them, right? It might not be.
No, it was a special pack that didn't come with Wii remotes. It came with the
Oh,
Pro
okay.
controller.
Yeah, the mine came with Zombie U, and I remember my boyfriend at the time hated it because he didn't like horror games as much. And I was like, "Oh, I want to be a zombie forever. This is amazing."
So now we're at the Switch.
Yeah.
What what's been your favorite titles so far?
So far, I've loved Splatoon. Mario Kart 8 is one of my favorite games. I know that's just a port, but I've gotten so much better at Mario Kart because it's been a port and I can take it on the go.
Hmm.
Um, I love Super Mario Odyssey. Breath of the Wild is amazing. It's so innovative. I love the fact that you can play Paladins and Fortnite on it because really love playing them on the PC. But sometimes if I'm like out with my boyfriend or I'm like at his place, I really want to play it still. Like if he's playing a different game, I want to play those games, but I can't carry my PC with me everywhere.
Sure.
Um, so I love those types of games. I really want, what is it, Rem Royale to come on the Switch when it gets there. Rocket League is one of my favorites as well.
Nice.
I also love Lightfall. Lightfall is incredible. Celeste is just up there as well.
Oh yeah.
I'm really excited for Super Mario Party. There's just so many things that I'm really I love or that I'm really excited to see. The
Yeah.
Switch has educated me.
I love it. I love it. It's so different than the Wii U, as far as
Oh,
just the amount of
100%.
content and just the. I mean, the quality of the Nintendo games, like the first party games on Wii U, were top notch, and we're seeing a lot of those come over to the Switch, which is a good thing. But yeah, so well, this is awesome. Now we get to talk about your experience at E3.
Oh yeah.
So, how was it? How was your E3?
It was awesome. I do have to give props to anybody who goes to E3 as a gamer, like the Gamer Pass, because I went this year as a Gamer Pass, and honestly, like the amount of effort that people go like to show up early, to get in line early, to like wait in those lines to like play their favorite game, many props to them because patience is a virtue, honestly, and they've got it.
Yeah.
They've got it. Um, it was awesome in like the way that I could play like Spider-Man, I could play Resident Evil 2, like I could meet like Davide who made Mario and Rabbids. Oh, that's a good game. I really like that game too. Or Grant Kirkhope, like all these amazing people. And like the only place you'll get to meet them is at E3. So it was a surreal experience and like even now I'm thinking back to like what more could I have done to like play other games and like sneak my way on or like do something. But it was amazing. I loved everybody. Everyone was so kind. There was no fights. It Yeah, it was nice. It was better than Comic Con, that's for sure.
Hmm.
No, less hectic.
Yeah.
Less hectic.
Okay. So I have a question for you because I didn't see anybody like cover this or talk about it. Did you see the Nintendo Astro headsets? Like were they
I actually did not. I didn't even know they were there.
Okay.
I
Huh.
think they might have
They were
not.
maybe it was behind closed
No,
doors. They
maybe it might have been like the Cyberpunk's 2077 of headsets.
could have been. Yeah. Could have been. I wanted to see that. I wanted to see some pictures of those. Did you see the Zelda headset that they're making?
But
Oh.
show me a picture and I'll probably buy them.
Yeah, they're A10s. They look really cool. They're also making tags that have like uh the original Super Mario Bros or Zelda, that kind of stuff, like all the 8-bit stuff. So pretty
That's
cool.
pretty sweet.
I just wanted to I didn't see anybody take pictures of it or anything. I mean I saw lots of pictures like on Nintendo's show floor of like Mario's hat and Bayonetta's shoes and guns and that kind of stuff, but no Astro
Honestly, it
headsets.
might have just all been behind closed doors or hidden. Who knows, to be
Yeah.
quite honest.
So let's talk about the games, the Switch games that you got to go hands on with. What? How long is that list?
I played Smash a lot, like way more than I thought I would. I played Pokemon Let's Go. I played Starlink.
Just call it Star Fox.
The,
That's what it is.
the fun part was that they didn't have Star Fox
Oh.
available to play, so
Okay, so
they
give us the
got us
dirt on that.
there.
Was it fun without Star Fox?
Yeah, it looked pretty cool. I mean, it's not the type of game that I would play, to be quite honest, and that's like not saying
Fair.
anything bad about it. I thought it was awesome. I thought it was really cool and innovative. I thought the way that you control the ship was really fun and easy to handle on the Switch. It's just personally, it's not my game, and I don't even know if I'll play it with um when Star Fox is there. But if it's the only way we can get a Star Fox game, then maybe I'll play it. Maybe.
Can you compare it to anything as far as like maybe like a Rogue Squadron, from back in the day, or the older Star Fox games? Did it control or play like that, or maybe the new Star Wars Battlefront games? I don't know if you've played the flying levels on those, but
I would say like Star Wars Battlefront. It flies like that.
Okay.
If we're thinking modern, for sure.
Okay. So I mean, like there could be the potential for dogfighting then. That would be pretty fun.
That'd be cool. I mean, we
Okay.
really only got to visit a planet and like try to save it from people who were trying to take it over. That was pretty much our demo. But I mean, if there's dogfighting, that'd be pretty cool too. I want to battle. I want to fight.
Was it all in the ship the entire time? Like no ground
Yeah.
combat or anything? Okay. All right.
Well, there was ground combat, but it was in the ship, so you could like only battle stuff in the ship.
Okay. All right. Well, cool. Cool. What are some other games that you got to go hands on with?
I'm trying to think off the top of my head what other games I played that were on a Fortnite. I played Fortnite. That was fun.
Killer Queen
I
Black?
mean, Killer Queen, that line was super long. But I've played Killer Queen in arcades.
Okay.
So when it comes out, I'm really excited to try it out because when I used to live in Portland, those were huge tournaments.
Mm.
So I'm kind of excited to see Killer Queen on the Switch. It reminds me of Joust.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I'm pretty excited.
For sure. Chat is asking, how about Pokemon?
Pokemon is a trip. No joke. It is a trip because you're playing with like one controller and it's not the same like RPG that you think it is, and it's it is new. It is a new way to play Pokemon. So I think a lot of people who love the way of playing it with like red, blue, gold, silver are gonna be very they're either gonna love it or hate it, to be quite honest with you. I really love it. I love the innovation. I am gonna buy a Pokeball and I'm gonna take Bulbasaur with me everywhere. But yeah, it's gonna be I'm excited to see how the community takes it, you know? So
So
all I got to do was play like try to grab as many Pokemon as possible and like walk around grass. So I didn't really get to like learn anything about the story. So
so you're a hardcore Pokemon fan, right? I mean, is that a
yeah,
correct
yeah, yeah.
assumption? Okay. And you're saying you loved what you played,
Yeah.
even though it wasn't a core game. Like you're on board.
No, I'm on board with it 100%. Whatever they but I'm also on board. I was on board with it the moment I realized that I can take Bulbasaur with me anywhere. So
So even if
there's
you
that.
never played the game, if you get Bulbasaur in the Pokeball, that's all you
Yeah.
really need.
Yeah.
That's
100%. Because then I get to be that person who like brings, a Pokeball and be like, "Oh, look at my Pokeball." That I'll be that weird person for sure. But like I said, gamers are either gonna love it or hate it. Especially people who've played Pokemon for years and years. This is a different type of way of playing it.
I'm assuming if I put Magikarp in the Pokeball, it's going to give me candy when I walk around with it, and all I want to
That'd be
do
awesome.
is level up my Magikarp. That's
When
that's
you when you like take it with you and you like pet it, all you hear is something just absolutely like it's just flopping around in there.
Oh, that's so great. That's so great. Okay, well, that's really good to hear that you're definitely on board. I'm stoked for that. Overcooked 2. Did you get a chance to play that one?
No, because I don't want to be enemies with anybody there. Actually I played it with Pear, with Philip and with Brendan Graber.
Okay.
And we got into a fight.
So there was a fight at E3.
Pear was trying to like tell us what to do, and like we were trying to get it. That game is gonna lead to many fights. Like you think Mario Party's gonna do this for you? No, no, no. Overcooked is just a savage beast.
I loved all the new mechanics, like throwing the food and things like that. I was really surprised to see how many things they added to the game. So and then
Throwing
online
is a
play.
good
So
idea. Throwing's a good idea, but I 100% will not play this game with my friends if I care about them. If I love them, I won't play this game because I've
just,
gotten headaches, I've gotten fights.
just online for you. That's how this will be played. Only online.
Yeah, yeah, so I can rage at people online.
Oh my gosh. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. What I'm picturing is that leak that showed all the shore flow, the show floor. But I think we kind of hit on all the major ones. Fortnite, of course, and Paladins were two of the games on there that released before, right as E3 was going on. So, did you go hands on with Paladins? Have you played it on the Switch?
I've only played it like from. I didn't play it on the show floor. I played it on my own Switch.
And are you liking the gameplay and
Yeah,
everything?
I used to play that game back when it was in alpha, like friends and family, because I know a lot of people at high res. So I played that one way in its early stages, and I personally hated it because it was just so like in its early stages, so whatever. I wasn't excited about it. I was more into Smite. And then now that I've actually watched it in competitive, I've been like, oh, actually, this has grown to be a lot better than it used to be. So I feel ashamed that I didn't really put as much like time and carrying effort into it. But now that I have it on the Switch, I can actually like engross myself into it. I love like multiplayer fighting games, so I'm happy that it's on the Switch.
Right on. Right on. So, what was your favorite game that you got to go hands on with? And I don't care if it is a Switch game; it can be any of the games at E3.
I actually this is not a Switch game. I really liked Rage 2.
Okay.
I thought that game was awesome. I love the Borderlands series, and this is like Borderlands series on steroids.
Yeah.
Like steroids, PCP, like anything that you can adrenaline. Just it's adrenaline junkie off the wall. It is insane. You're playing first person shooter, but the first person shooter is like not even 60 frames per second. It's like you're going faster than you've imagined. Like my eyes were like at the end of it, I was like, whoa, I don't know if I can do this for 2 hours or whatever, but I loved it. It was awesome. So yeah, that was my game of E3. That and then Smash, because I played Smash way too much and it was so fun.
Yeah. Shout out to Walmart of Canada, right? For
Oh my god. I loved Bethesda's like shady way of being like, oh yeah, shout outs to you. Can't keep a secret.
let's talk Smash. You've been a fan since what 64 Melee at least, right?
Yeah, Melee. For sure.
How does this one hold up for you? I mean, I know it's just a pre-build or whatever, but
I think that there needs to be a lot of fixes when it comes to certain characters like Ganondorf, Bowser. They hit heavy and they are heavy, which means that they hit incredibly hard. It takes you like maybe 3 to 5 hits to knock you out. But when it comes to trying to beat them up, it's impossible. Or I
mm,
felt like it was impossible to do. Bayonetta seems there's been mix reviews on like how Bayo is. Like she's either great or she's been nerfed so hard that she sucks now. I thought she was OP. I don't really. I want her to get nerfed a little bit more.
mm.
I thought she was OP in Smash for Wii,
Oh yeah, for
for
sure.
Wii U.
Broken.
So I feel like she was just the same. But I I'm trying to think. Like I played the Inkling character.
Oh,
I
let's
thought
talk about that.
they've they've done a good job of like meshing all of the Inklings like weapons. So like the C stick has different weapons that you can use, like the slosher, the what's the paint roller.
Hmm.
I think there's other ones too. I think one of, and then the like the power whale was awesome as well. Great divisions. If you roll one of the if you roll into somebody, you can hit them into the ground,
Okay.
which is pretty cool. You can use your up B and you turn into a squid. I'm trying to think of what else.
How,
And then if you press B, you can ink people, and the more you ink somebody, the more your hits affect them. And then to get back into the ink, you have to click your shield and hit B, and then go into the ink. It's going to be a difficult character for people to master. That is for sure.
I was gonna say, did it seem like there was a lot of just trying to keep track of what you were doing, make sure you had plenty of ink, shooting your
Yeah.
ink, keeping the ink on. So I haven't heard anybody ask this or talk about it. If you don't put ink on them, do you do less damage than what a normal character?
I believe you do as much damage as a normal character, but I personally don't think that the ink adds as much as you would suspect. Like, it's
Okay.
maybe like a 1.5% increase. It's not like, whoa, now you're gonna just destroy them.
Right,
No,
right.
it's not that big of a difference, in my opinion. Somebody else might say differently.
Was it crazy just seeing ink all over Smash stages?
No, because after a while it goes away. So
I
it's not
gotcha.
like it'll disappear after a little bit.
I see. I see. I think some of the video they showed was just had all four Squid Kids going at it. It was just
Oh
like
yeah.
they were just covered,
I
you know.
battled somebody. It was just like 1v1, and we both were the Inkling kid, and there was just purple and yellow everywhere. And I was like, I don't know, this is weird.
Did you travel any faster if there was ink on the ground or anything like that? Was there? Did it?
That's a good question. I don't remember off the top of my head.
Okay.
But that's something to look into, whether you move faster or not. That would actually be correct to the Splatoon character.
Right.
So we'll see.
When you were refilling your ink, could you move or did you have to be stationary?
You can move within your ink.
Okay. So you could actually be under the like basically hidden in the ink and moving?
No, you can't be hidden.
Okay.
You are still able to get hit.
I see.
So
Okay.
it's not. I personally, it's like something that you do if you're able to avoid getting hurt, but sometimes you're not. You're gonna get wrecked
So you're
anyway. So
vulnerable when you're trying to refill your ink basically.
yeah,
Okay. All right. A lot of risk reward with that character. Sounds like it'll be
yeah.
pretty cool. I'm pretty excited to
I think
see.
it's a great addition to the roster. Um, I really want more characters that are hard to master, but are great if you're able to, learn their moveset.
Yeah, I can't. Oh, I can't wait. I can. Did you get to play as Bayonetta at all?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and still think she's OP.
just
Like,
broke it.
yeah, but like I played as Mario, and somebody else played as Ganondorf, and I could not for the life of me kick his butt. It was so hard, and like he had a sword, and it was just like anytime I hit him, it was just like a light. It was like a light tap, like, eh, I got you.
Right.
But when Ganondorf hit me, it was like, peace out, bye. Like, you're out of here. I was like, you're so overpowered. Like, same with Bowser. I can't with it. And I hope to God that they like nerf them, they change them, because that is a game breaker. It is a great game breaker, and it just made me so mad.
So listening to Zero talk about Bayo, all I've heard him say that he knows was nerfed was her bullets do less damage.
Yeah, everything else is just
seemed
nasty.
seemed like even in the tournament we saw somebody do the combo right off the stage, like straight up
Yeah.
out of the stage. So, well, let's talk about the most disappointing news
Uh,
of E3, and then we'll put a bow on this thing. But you went dressed as Waluigi. Your
yep.
costume was just straight fire, and there's got some great pictures on her Twitter. So make sure you guys check that out. And so like did like I know you already had like a change.org petition going and
it's not even mine. That's the best part.
but are you doing okay? I mean, are
Um,
you recovering?
okay. It's a hit and miss type of feeling, like I'm happy that Waluigi is getting this love and getting all of this like attention. But another part of me is thinking like, whoa, can we all just like calm down a little bit? Just a little bit. Because, I've recently heard that people are trolling,
Oh, it's so
you
bad.
know, trolling like people who worked on Smash, like Sakura, and like, asking him like, why isn't Waluigi in it? Why isn't like this happening? Blah blah blah. And it's like, whoa, like y'all can just calm down. The fact that like Vice wrote an article about like Waluigi is absolute garbage. Like, fight me on that one. But like the Washington Post like wrote something. Twitter Moments had something. It's just,
Netflix tweeted out.
yeah, and it was like it's really weird. It felt really weird. Like I didn't know how to process the like feeling that the thing that
That
I
you're not
really
alone.
love. Yeah, well, that I'm not alone, but then it's like am I actually alone, or are people just jumping on the bandwagon? Like, are they people just jumping on the hype train? I'm not really sure. But going back to like the way that I felt when Waluigi didn't get in, it was a little bit of like a like when they talked about, oh, here's all the players, and like Daisy got is an Echo Fighter. I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then they started talking about assist trophies, and I
Oh no.
remember watching this and going, oh no,
No, no, no.
oh no, 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 please don't do this to me. And I wrote, and I was like, damn it. Like when I saw him, I was like, dang it, are you kidding me? Like, oh, I was disappointed more than anything. Like I was just like, I thought this was the game that he would get like a chance to, shine, but apparently not. Apparently he doesn't get that chance. And who knows when he's gonna get that chance. But now there's like this odd divide between people who love Waluigi and people who hate Waluigi that it's like it's weird. It's been weird, Josh. I don't know what to do about it.
Well, there's always hope that he'll come out as DLC for $29.99. Like
Yeah, I mean, he'll just be in Cyberpunk 2077 in the year 2077. Yeah, I stand by my statement that it has been a weird couple of days in the weird past week. I am full support that everybody is excited for him. I personally am gonna keep striving to like deliver the Waluigi love on my Twitter.
yeah.
Even if it annoys everybody. I'll continue to follow up on the Waluigi Game Watch. And that's all I want, really. I just want a game or something that people can learn about Waluigi and who he is as a character. Because I think a lot of people just think he's just some character who doesn't really have personality. But you can tell deep down in there, he does have personality. Somewhere deep down.
One of the shows I was on recently talked about how he would probably tie somebody to the tracks for his final smash or
Or
something.
just have the like nice little twirl of the mustache. I did love that like the hand. I don't remember the name of the hand, but like the hand in Melee
Yes.
was like actually like a bigger Waluigi. I think
giant
people added me at that for like 15 people like added me at that, and I was like, I see it, I see it. I wish it was real,
Oh, it's so
but
good.
it's not.
It is so good. If I could find what she's talking about, guys, I'll put it in the show notes. Like,
But
there's
yeah,
a GIF of the final stage in Melee, and it just keeps zooming back, and the white glove becomes Waluigi's glove, and it's super awesome. So my Discord is completely divided over Waluigi. My normal co-host, who's on a cruise right now, hates Waluigi, and so I'm trying to fight the good. Trying to fight the good fight, it's of the Waluigi
yeah.
love. But
I honestly think that this divide is going to carry on for a long time. I think that, the whole thing about them getting snubbed on Smash, or him getting snubbed in Smash, is just opening this Pandora's box that I don't think any of us really wanted or needed, but it's happening. And I don't know what to do about that.
honestly, I think it's going to lead to one, his own game, or at least have him play a bigger part in a game, more than just a sports character. Nintendo has to notice that
Yeah,
the
I mean,
Washington
even
Post.
Reggie said that he played Waluigi in Mario Tennis Aces, and he was like, I hear you, I understand. You know, Waluigi is a character that we have been given to like play with, but we have learned nothing about him. And it's like I understand that he's like a foil to Luigi, and Luigi isn't really like loved as much. I mean, you can tell from the Smash trailer that he kind of got like the bad end of the stick, like just
He
by getting
always,
swallowed by Yoshi.
he
So
always
it's
does.
like, mm, if Luigi's not getting that much love, then Waluigi is obviously not going to. But I think that's what a lot of people have this divide on. It's like people want to learn about Waluigi, the people want to love this character, but it's like, what can we love about him if we know nothing about him?
Yeah. We just need to know, is he truly all the way back from the Wrecking Crew games? Is that his origins? That's what
I
we need
would
to
just
know.
love to know why he has a rose all the time. Like, is it because he's trying to be romantic, or is it like just something he just was like, you know what, I just picked up this rose off the street and I just, just carry it with me every day now.
I think it's
I'm
for Bayonetta,
Waluigi.
honestly.
Oh
That's
my gosh, I'd ship it.
I think it's for Bayonetta. I mean, I think he is somewhat of a romantic. In Mario Golf on the 3DS, he's dancing for Daisy, just spinning,
Yeah,
and she won't. She just looks at the cake. She won't even turn and look at the poor guy. She just stares at
I
the
know.
cake.
I know he also likes Daisy, which is always interesting because I always wonder, like, well, why doesn't Wario like Peach if that's like the thing that they're going for? But it's interesting because there's all this thing about him dancing for Daisy and wanting to be with Daisy. Like, maybe he should have picked a Daisy instead of a rose. Think about that.
Oh,
Think about it,
oh,
Waluigi.
whoa! You just blew my mind right there. Should have picked the Daisy. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Well, Lily, this has been an absolute blast. Thank you for taking the time. We briefly mentioned your podcast, the Nintendo Entertainment Show. It's coming out on a weekly basis. I was the first guest on the third episode, so thank you for having me on. I saw Super Nintendo out in chat for a little bit here, saying you guys were taking over, but I think you had to go back to work. So,
Oh.
but give us just a quick pitch on that again, and then tell everybody where we can find you.
Nintendo Entertainment Show is pretty much a no holds barred Nintendo show where whatever comes out of my mouth pretty much happens. A lot of bad words come out of my mouth, as you can all tell. But Nintendo Entertainment Show is just another Nintendo podcast where we talk about the news, the games that we've played, and we talk a lot about Waluigi, and we talk about a Waluigi Game Watch. That is the dream. But that's pretty much the Nintendo Entertainment Show. So if you like, bad words and Nintendo, you should listen to our podcast.
She said it's just another Nintendo podcast. It is not just another Nintendo podcast. So make sure to go check it out. I will have links to it in the show notes. So, and where can people find you on Twitter?
You can find me at CoolCatLilyZ on Twitter.
All right, and there's lots of Waluigi pictures.
Lots of Waluigi pictures. Sometimes there's pictures of my cats, Mr. Reynolds Meowluigi, or Cheryl Tunt, Zaldivar.
I love it.
My pets have weird names.
That is so great. All right, guys, you're going to be able to follow me on Twitter at N64Josh. You can follow the Nintendo Powercast at NPowercast. Show notes for this episode will be n64josh.com/npc103. If you want to send an email to the show, npc@n64josh.com. We also take questions in the Discord, which if you want to come hang out, there's a ton of good people. We just broke 400 people today. I can't believe it. So it's crazy. Lots of fun in there. n64josh.com/Discord is a direct link right there. Come hang out. It's a safe place. And need people to play Fortnite with, need people to play Splatoon with, Mario Kart. It's the place to be. I have bad news. Those of you that know, we are trying to become a level 5 podcast on iTunes. Somebody else hit us with a 1-star review. No feedback. No feedback. Nothing. Just the 1-star review. Like, at least tell me why you hate me, and I'll try to improve. But no, just the 1-star review. So we're still sitting at that 4.5. If you have a second, you can get on iTunes, give it a 5-star review. If you like it, that would be awesome. Lastly, guys, remember audibletrial.com/NPC is where you can get yourself a free book from Audible. OP Seat is the chair I'm sitting in, and it is the chair I recommend you check out. My coupon code is going away. So it's still there. N64Josh saves you $10. All chairs are on sale right now for $50 off. So it's a total of $60 savings right now, but that's not going to last. So go to n64josh.com/OPSeat, and there you can check out their chairs. It's good stuff. Lastly, I do have a Patreon if you want to get an extra podcast each month, and the new episode for the exclusive to Patreons comes out this weekend because I didn't have internet last weekend to record it when I should have. So there we go. Thank you guys so much for being here live. Cam Autobot, G.I. Jello, Plumber, Sniper, Van, Takuru, Kirby Geek, Alka-Seltzer Sartini. We love you guys. Thanks for tuning in live. Thank you guys for listening wherever you listen to podcasts or watching this on YouTube. We appreciate it. Lily, thank you for taking the time.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, and we will see you guys later.